For a country to maintain a massive military? Join the richest as we explore the amount of money and resources needed for China to have one of the strongest armies in the world. While you're here, click on that subscribe button to stay up to date on the latest things that money can buy, armed forces included. China is currently building up their military under the leadership of Xi Jinping, who removed term limits and paved the way for himself to be elected for life in office. The General Secretary of the Communist Party of China has created a culture that embraces hard and fast decisions, whether at home, in the South China Sea, or abroad. But what goes into funding one of the strongest and fastest growing militaries in the world for the most populous country on Earth? Lots and lots of money. Behind the United States and Russia, it's the nation with the third most powerful military, and that's with thanks not only to its nearly 1.4 billion strong population, but also the generally growing economy its citizens are able to support. Out of over 621 million Chinese citizens who are fit to serve in the military, and with nearly 20 million men and women reaching serving age on a yearly basis, the pool is massive. There may only be just under 2.7 million individuals enrolled in service, including those in the reserves, but that's still a heavy fighting force. In terms of land-based vehicular strength, China comes in second behind Russia. Its army uses 13,050 tanks, 40,000 reinforced combat vehicles, and 4,000 pieces of artillery that can operate of their own volition. Although its air strength is only half about that of the United States, the Chinese come in second worldwide, with their fighter collection at just over 1,200 and general attack craft at just under 1,600. With 1,000 helicopters, their chopper collection ranks third in the world. They rank second, eerily enough, in watercraft behind North Korea, the country with the most water-based assets. China's 714 naval craft includes 76 submarines, 33 destroyers, and 1 aircraft carrier. With a working population over 5 times the size of the United States, China's citizens can generate an economy that supports the military investments their country is making. In order to feed all these men and women, provide them with uniforms and housing, and support the growing numbers in their armed forces, China's defense budget is at $224 billion annually. That said, despite their size, they still come behind the U.S. in spending, which has a $686 billion budget for 2019. To maintain their gradually increasing military numbers, they have a financial reserve of $3.2 trillion, while still dealing with a nearly $1.6 trillion debt situation. With Xi Jinping the public face of the country, and with China's growing confidence on the world stage, it makes sense that the Chinese would continue to increase their military spending. Surprisingly, the country isn't exactly going full steam ahead and building up in a way that would make their military force neck to neck with the United States. Their budget increased by just over 8% from the year 2017 to 2018, a slight decrease from years past where the annual spending would increase by a double-digit percentage. Still, the info we get on their spending numbers comes from China itself. It comes from what the country chooses to report to the United Nations, and that number is actually believed to be smaller than what they actually spend. Since this information is voluntarily given to the UN by all countries involved, groups like the Stockholm International Peace Research